Call New Mail Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
All right, 4 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. You know, do you remember this, Robin, like a month ago or something? We had this story about this group of people that said the world was going to end on September 23rd.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember that? Well, that's today.
Yeah. Oh.
That's today.
Okay.
Today.
There you go.
Today's the day. And so Yogi Berra has died, right? Mm-hmm. All the kids probably think Yogi Bear died. I'm thinking. The Happy Birthday song no longer can earn royalties for Warner Chappell, right?
Yes.
And PETA is suing that a monkey gets the right to... I think the world as we know it has come to an end.
You got to play that song. It's in my head.
I think Galen Unold is on the phone. And what else? The Red Sox lost to the what do they call it?
The
Rays. The world has ended as we know it.
Yes, it has.
I think those people were right. Galen, I can hear you breathing heavy just by bringing up that subject.
You know, I am proud of the way the Red Sox are finishing the season. I'll tell you that. I mean, they're playing really good baseball right now. I like the youth movement.
You should be a politician. That was good.
No, it's true.
That was a good comeback.
Really good. You got there. No. I mean, I watch every game, and in the month of August, late July, early August, they were by far one of the worst baseball teams I've ever seen play. And they made some changes, got a new general manager, sucked some youth out in the outfield, and they are playing incredible baseball right now. So they haven't lost a series and since August 1, and that's pretty good. So they may get to 500 at the end by the end of the season. And considering they were 18 games under 500 at one point, that's pretty good baseball.
That's excellent.
I can't argue. I'm just interested in the end of the world here.
Well, that's always a possibility.
Because they lost. Because your favorite team lost to your least favorite team.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. And I will tell you, it's a sad day because we did lose Yogi Berra.
Yeah.
What a character of the game of baseball.
I want to focus on Yogi in just a little bit. That's kind of what I had planned for you.
Okay, good.
But anyway, today's the last day of the world as we know it, according to this. The end of the world is set for September 23rd, 2015. This article came out 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. It's almost every day for the last, my whole life. There's been another end of the world.
Oh, I know. I mean,
I just get so sick of it.
But think about this. Yogi Berra is no longer here. So the end of the world really did happen for him. I mean, you know what I mean?
I guess so. Yeah.
Well, of course, you can argue that too, right?
Well, it depends on what you view as the end of the world and all of that stuff. So.
Well, could be today.
Yeah.
Just a week before we go to Chattanooga.
The rapture could happen today, Larry. You never know.
It could happen. Would I still be here, I wonder? I think I would be. I don't think I'm good enough to be pulled up to heaven instantly.
You won't be part of the rapture.
I think I have some...
What's in your heart?
Well, I don't know what's in my heart. It depends on where I am and what I'm doing.
You believe that Jesus died for your sins, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, well, I do that, but I have a hard time believing that Mother Teresa and I are on the same level. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, she could be canonized, and then it's another. That's something completely different.
Yeah. Well, anyway, gosh, there are all kinds of apocalyptic conspiracies floating around the internet, and they're pointing to today.
Oh man, Google that. Just remember when Obama was elected. If you Googled Obama, more came up about him being the Antichrist than anything else.
Bush too.
Yeah.
When Bush was president, so was Clinton. They were all the Antichrist.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
The American president is always the Antichrist.
Exactly. We're in
we never say Osama bin Laden. We never say he's the Antichrist.
Oh,
no.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Oh, you've heard that? I haven't heard that one.
Oh, there's tons of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ayatollah has been the Antichrist. Whoever he fits. It's. I don't know.
So how was the blood supply, Galen?
Well, thankfully, if the world did end today, we'd be prepared. So we do have a 4-day blood supply, which is always good for us, and we're moving along. Just need to keep donating. Today is the last day of summer, right? At noon, Larry, isn't that right?
No. Yesterday was the last day of summer. Today, it's autumn now.
Oh, my gosh. Hold on. I'm gonna
4 a.m., right, this morning or something?
4 a.m. this morning, yeah. Oh,
boy. All right.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. I just felt that was a big, epic moment that I missed. So,
you did.
Yeah, but the blood supply is actually pretty good. We do need platelets. We really desperately need platelets. Our platelet usage just was way up over the last couple of days. So just get out there and give the gift of life and donate blood. And
thank Penn Flooring, because they make this message possible.
Yep.
My guess is the world will not end. So your plans to remodel your kitchen and your living room, and it's still probably a good idea.
But don't you want to leave behind a good clean floor?
I would say. Oh, if you could see my floor.
That move in, right?
Yes. So Penn Flooring has the floor.
I think I saw you guys yesterday going into McDonald's at about like 6:15.
Yeah, we did go into McDonald's. Yes, we sure did.
Yeah, I think I did. I was like, that's Larry and Robin. I was driving.
Yeah, we went to visit my brother-in-law in the hospital.
Oh, no. All right.
Yeah, we needed ice cream after that.
I think he needed some blood, as a matter of fact. I'm not making light of it.
Soon.
No, he's got something going on with his toe, so it's not serious. But but he did have a bag dripping into him.
Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what those bags were.
Yeah, but he was hooked up.
Yeah. So Penn Flooring, did I mention that you should thank them for this message because they provide this, they make this possible, and in addition to that, they've got some beautiful flooring for you to choose from, and they've been doing this for 25 years. So if you want to find a professional floor person, that's where you would find him or her. They have a spacious showroom where you can check out the beautiful choices. The showroom is at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay Williams Bridge.
Yep.
And
I feel like we have to get in a lot today, since this is going to be the last time we're going to speak, according to these people. So
that's right.
Well, it's the last. It's the end of the world as we know it.
All right. Great song by REM.
It is.
Yeah, I like
it. It does mean the end of it. It's as we know it. For example, we knew that you had to pay a royalty for Happy Birthday. No more.
No.
That changed, right?
So Dan will allow you to play that song now.
That's right. We also assumed that if you gave a camera to a monkey and he took a picture, the copyright to that picture would be yours. But now we find out, no. It's the monkey's picture.
That's right.
Even if that monkey is...
What if you're like at Disney World and somebody takes your picture by... say, hey, will you take our picture?
Right.
And that picture becomes famous.
That's right.
How is a photographer? I don't know. Whatever.
I know. What if you get Goofy to take your picture?
Well, it's going to be a little goofy. Goofy works sometimes.
Oh, my goodness. That's it. That was what I was going to say. I think there's more.
That ran out of steam pretty quickly.
But I do have the Yogi-isms I wanted to bring up. But first, let's take a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, and I meant to mention. Also, this is sponsored by Palm Garden.
Yes.
I forgot to mention it yesterday. Palm Garden, thank you for also sponsoring this segment with Galen, Unold, and LifeSouth. Their commercial comes up in just a little bit. They're promoting something called Therapy Week, so pay attention to the commercial, and you'll find out Jan doing the voiceover on the commercial.
Yep, real good.
All right, now let's go to the phone. Good morning, you're on the air.
Good morning. I heard that about PETA this morning. I had to stop and think, and don't they have better things to fight for than copyrights on a monkey selfie? I mean, wouldn't we rather fight for humane treatment of animals?
You know, that makes too much sense. But I have a feeling that wouldn't make headlines. I have a feeling
that monkey was exploited, Larry. That's it, Robin. That monkey was exploited, and somebody needs to stand up for that monkey.
But he wasn't.
Did anybody ask the monkey if he wanted to take a picture?
In the scientific lab that are having their hairs all removed off of them and things like that, I would think.
What happened?
And tested. Well, the monkeys that are tested for cosmetics, and they burn off their eyelids and things like that to make sure a human doesn't happen to them. I would rather them fight for that than the monkey selfie. So.
There you go.
Yeah, but I think if you look over headlines, you file a lawsuit against like this. This is what gets you headlines.
This sells more papers. Okay, you take care. Bye now.
And there's a lot to thank you, Lynn. And there's a lot to be said for a successful publicity stunt. You know, we've been trying for years to come up with one for Galen.
That's right.
Yes, it is. Got a conference call tomorrow. Got blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
See,
nice.
the blood, sweat, and tears.
Nice.
I like that.
Excellent.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see.
Cool.
Okay.
That's a cool.
Stay
I
tuned.
love that. I
So,
love that. That's so great.
I was going to ask you actually to talk about Yogi Berra a little bit. So let's do after the break.
Yeah, I do. I want to.
I have some Yogi-isms that I found are funny. Some of these I had heard before. Maybe you've heard all of them before, but there were a few on here I really just actually laughed out loud on. I think one I can agree with. Can I just tell you one?
Yeah.
He was at an Italian.
please.
He was at an Italian restaurant. The waitress brings out a pizza. She says to him, "Should I cut it in 4 slices or 8?" He goes, "I'll make it 4. I don't think I'm hungry enough to eat 8."
Yeah, I'm not that hungry. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
That's one of his better ones.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sunshine with an afternoon thunderstorm in spots. The high 84 to 88. Partly cloudy tonight. There can be a shower or thunderstorm in places along the coast. The low 70 to 74. For tomorrow, more clouds and sun with a couple of showers and thunderstorms in the area. The high 83 to 87. On Friday, times of sun and clouds with a thunderstorm around during the late morning and afternoon hours. The high 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
As part of Therapy Awareness Week, Palm Garden of Ocala will be having an open house on Wednesday, September 23, all day long. Stop by the therapy gym, get something to eat, talk to the staff, try out some of the equipment yourself if you wear flat shoes, and discover what makes the rehab at Palm Garden so special. Palm Garden of Ocala is located at the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street. Stop by on Wednesday, September 23, and we'll see you there.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service. 0750. That's 840-0750.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs, proud sponsor of Friday night Marion County High School football on WOCA, The Source.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
A 10 to 20 minute nap pays off the most. Any longer, and your body falls into deep stages of sleep, making you groggy when you wake up. Take Sam's Club, for example. They're so confident that drones will be the hot holiday gift that they're stocking a dozen different kinds, from basic models to ones that come equipped with high-res cameras or the ability to pick up small objects. Things we watch on TV can absolutely directly impact our mood.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
All right, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. It's September 23rd. It could be the last day that any of us are here.
Yes.
Could be. Could be.
Could be. You never know.
The end of the world. Galen, you still
Yeah.
there? You still there?
Yeah, absolutely.
A meteor or a comet will hit the Atlantic Ocean, causing a tsunami anywhere between the 22nd and the 24th of September 2015.
Okay.
You know it was coming?
Many are predicting that the meteor, which is 2.5 miles wide, is called Comet 67P.
That one. Yeah.
It's the comment
I
that
don't care about the comment.
there's
I want to talk about Yogi.
Yeah, I want to talk about Yogi, but I'm just looking at this. Some play. Okay, so if it hits northeast of South America, then the tsunami could possibly hit us.
Trust me, if a comet that size hits the Earth, it won't matter. It'll all be over in a second.
Well, anyway, so let's talk about Yogi Berra. First of all, here's a question I have for you, Galen. Obviously, this is obvious to me, although I don't really know this for a fact. The Hanna-Barbera people, when they made the cartoon Yogi Bear, probably named the bear after the baseball player, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah. They deny it, but yeah, there's too many similarities for that to have not been the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I'm thinking Yogi Bear is still an entity that the children of today know about, but Yogi Berra is not, right?
Right.
So when they're driving to school with their moms today, and they hear Doc and Johnny on one of those other radio stations say, "Oh, Yogi Bear died," they're going to think it's the cartoon bear.
Yeah, I mean, I had that discussion with my son this morning.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, when I found out he died, I went, oh, man. And my wife's like, oh, my gosh, what's wrong? I'm like, Yogi Berra died.
Oh, no.
Who's that? And so, well, I mean, once you don't know who he is.
Well, at least he asked who's that.
I never saw him play. I saw him as a manager, but I never saw him play.
Right.
And, I mean, he played in the 50s, but in the 60s. So, you could argue that he's the greatest Yankee of all time as far as personalities. He's had it all. I mean, greatest number 8 to ever play the game. And there's a handful of Yankees that, even as a Red Sox fan, you have to just tip your cap and say, that guy was great. And Yogi Berra is one of them. And I think that's the best praise you can get. So, considering he's the greatest number 8, and we have Carly Yastrzemski from the Red Sox, that tells you a lot. So, Yogi Berra, I never met him, but really, really funny guy. Really, really funny guy.
It says in the piece that I got off of ABC News, it says that he played on 14 pennant-winning and 10 world championship teams, more than any other player in baseball history.
Winning this. You could argue he was the winningest player of any sport of all time. So he's right up there with the Celtics back in the day with Bill Russell. He is, when you look at how many, he never had a losing season as a player. He caught more perfect games than any other catcher, won more World Series titles than any other catcher. You could argue he's the greatest catcher of all time, except for some guy named Johnny Bench. So,
do you know how he got his name?
I'll take Yogi any day of the week.
Do you know how he got his name, Yogi?
I don't remember. Refresh my memory.
He was at the movies with his friends when he was a child, and he was sitting cross-legged on the seat, and they said, "You look like a yogi." So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They called him Yogi after.
Oh, that's cool.
So it stems from his childhood. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But it just so fits him. I mean, you hear some of the things he said in everyday speech, but when he said it, just imagine how funny it was when he said they were down in a series and in the World Series, and he goes, "Well, it ain't over till it's over."
Right.
I mean, he created that, and now it's people say that all the time.
That's right.
I told my son, and that's what I said today. I said, well, have you ever heard the expression, "It ain't over till it's over"? He goes, "Of course." He goes, "Yogi Berra said that."
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are attributed to him that he denied that he ever said. My favorite line that he ever did, because I think it's funny on multiple levels, is, "If you see a fork in the road, take it."
That is funny.
And I love that. That's my favorite Yogi Berra line.
He first played organized baseball with the YMCA in his hometown of St. Louis, and later played American Legion baseball. In 1942, he turned down a $250 offer from the St. Louis Cardinals because he was insulted he didn't get the same $500 offer given to Joe Garagiola.
was his best friend.
He signed on with the Yankees a year later.
Now, to put that into perspective, so Joe Garagiola, they grew up together. They grew up in the same neighborhood, and he became a great baseball player, but he was better known as an announcer. So just another really, really funny guy. Imagine hanging out on the corner with those two guys.
So how unusual is this, Galen? He batted left-handed, but he threw right-handed.
Yeah. It's not that uncommon, but again, it's something he was just natural at. And that's also, as a baseball player, because you're facing more right-handers, it gives you an advantage. That's why they're always looking for left-handed hitters.
Oh, that's a fascinating idea.
Considering that, back in his time, there was no DH, and how many innings he caught, and how well he stayed in shape, it's just a testament to him, and pretty incredible.
He was
pretty incredible.
He served in the Navy, the U.S. Navy, and during World War II.
He did.
Let's see what else does it have here. He was a coach with the National League New York Mets from '65 to '72. He managed.
That didn't go well.
I was thinking that probably was not good. He managed the Mets from '72 to '75, and thereafter was a coach with the Yankees.
Right, and then he was a coach for the Yankees for a while.
So let me take a phone call.
He's known as a Yankee. Nobody knows him as a Met. I mean, you kind of forget those years.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, a number of athletes, when they went into the service, were listed as physical training instructors and never got near gunfire. But Yogi was only in the minor leagues when he went in. He volunteered for duty on a rocket boat, and he was shelling the beach at Normandy.
Oh, really?
Oh, my.
Wow. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jim. So he was 90 years old.
Bye.
Thank you. He was 90 years old when he died yesterday. He lived a long life.
Yeah. Oh, and he lived a full life. They would show him once in a while during Yankees games when the veterans would get together and stuff like that. And, just a guy I think anybody would like to hang out with. That's for sure.
So here's some of the Yogi-isms attributed to him. I like this one because it may say that he didn't say all these things. He says, "I didn't really say everything I said."
Right. Again, that just, I mean, imagine if you're sitting there and you're a beat writer and you're covering these guys every day, and this guy's just giving out gold like that. I mean, that's just awesome.
Nobody goes there anymore because it's too crowded.
Isn't that awesome?
That's a good one.
But it makes all the sense in the world, and I think that's what makes a great Yogi. So, and you have to remember that back in that day, there was no sports talk or anything. So everything you got was from the newspaper, and so just imagine reading that and just laughing hysterically.
He was asked what makes a good baseball manager, and he said a good ball club.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
Right.
He says you can observe a lot by watching. That's a good one. Baseball is 90% mental, the other half is physical.
Yep.
That's a good one.
That's with anything. That's with anything, I think.
After receiving a check made out to Berra for his appearance on Jack Buck's pregame show in St. Louis, he said, "How long have you known me, Jack? You still can't spell my name right?" Let's see.
He denies that he ever said that one.
Oh, really?
By the way.
He was asked if first baseman Don Mattingly had exceeded his expectations, and he said, "I'd say he's done more than that."
Oh, was he pretty bad?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but was Don Mattingly bad?
That's pretty good. No, he did more than exceed his expectations.
No. And Don Mattingly is the most overrated Yankee of all time, and that is saying something considering all the overrated Yankees. He's by far and away the most overrated Yankee of all time.
Now, this next one I actually can relate to. He was at the White House at a dinner, and he said it was hard to have a conversation with anyone because everyone was talking.
And apparently he was very subdued and didn't say a lot. He wasn't a talkative guy. But if you ever want to just read something that's, I mean, just enjoyable, he has 2 books with both of his quotes, and that one's the story of his life where he kind of blends in those quotes. But they're incredibly entertaining. Quick reads and well worth your time.
I don't know which hotel he went to, but he said the towels were so thick there I could hardly close my suitcase.
So that's why people
hilarious. That is just funny.
His wife, Carmen, said to him, Yogi, you're from St. Louis. We live in New Jersey. You play ball in New York. If you go before I do, where do you want to be buried? He said, surprise me.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's just hilarious. I mean, and he never really intended to be hilarious. It's just, it's just Yogi being Yogi.
Some fans ran naked onto the field, and a reporter said, were they men or women? And he said, I don't know. They had bags over their heads.
That's good stuff.
That is good stuff.
That is good stuff.
And then one time he was playing someplace that was hot and humid, and he said, it's not the heat so much, it's the humility.
Yeah. He denies that one, too.
Oh, really?
He denies that one. Yeah. But again, he never took himself very seriously, but he took what he did for a living very seriously. And
funny stuff.
Later in his life, right after he retired, people remembered him more for what he said instead of what he did on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, again, he's a Hall of Famer.
Well, we're remembering him today.
He's done things that nobody will ever touch.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile?
Bloodmobile today is at the College of Central Florida.
All right. Donate blood. It could be the end of the world, but you got to donate blood anyway, just in case.
Yeah, we're going to need it.
Thank you. Thank you, Galen.
All right, bye, y'all.
We'll be right back.
Lined up to get wanded down by TSA agents at security checkpoints long before those magnetometers opened at 4 a.m., and they have been hurrying once they're cleared inside to try to get a spot along the parade route to get a glimpse of Pope Francis. They're also hurrying outside, though, because those security checkpoints close down. This whole area gets sealed off an hour before the Pope arrives at about 11.
Fox's Peter Ducey. Baseball legend Yogi Berra has died. Berra played in more World Series games than any other major leaguer and was a 3-time American League MVP. Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers. Berra, who was 90, died of natural causes. Fox News. We report. You decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto. Shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network, giving you the power to prosper.